Locker room talk, baby.
Jobs, are extremely hard to leave. We'll get to some fan questions, bro. We've been going.
Was there fans on there?
Yeah, Reddit. I've got like 20 questions. This first one is from late Reg Cronulla. How often did the ladies confuse you for Matt Cooper?
How long did the what?
How often did the ladies confuse you for Matt Cooper?
Is he G'ing up? Or?
Yeah. Never?
No. I've had a few people call me that, but obviously my head's a lot bigger than him. But yeah, he's a myth anyway.
Oh,
he's like Bigfoot.
Where has he been?
He's like Bigfoot. No one ever sees him.
He's dancing to the stars, and then he's just dancing by himself a lot.
Who knows, mate? Who knows? He'll be on the X-Files soon.
Mojo-rific Easton. Who's funnier, Bo Ryan or a book of carpet samples?
Mate, Bo's only funny when he's funny. That's his written material. When you get crickets, that's his material. No.
Oh, he's funny. I reckon he's funny.
Carpet's pretty funny. You should pick better questions.
I'm just reading all of them. Titan Charlie Melbourne Storm said, Dan the man, when you were losing a game, would you try and pump up the boys by saying you were still in the hunt?
Nah. Mate, there's actually been a few good signs over the years. There was one, the Incredible Hunt, that was a good the Hulk. And then there was another one, Ain't No Soft Hunt, like instead of
that's
soft.
That's actually good, yeah.
Which is pretty good. The Dragons fans are actually pretty good with their puns on the signs.
That's fair. The Dragon fans are pretty passionate, because of older stuff and stuff.
I reckon if they had like punch-ons between different,
they'd win.
Like what they did in
no, doggies, man, those walks are crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm backing our fans, to be
really?
honest. Yeah. Like if we had the football factories like they did over in England, I reckon our fans would go pretty good.
Yeah, I reckon they go good, but like those walks are crazy, bro. They're crazy. They come in numbers.
But we got walks with the Dragons too.
This is from the Psycho. Has the club offered you any jobs over the next 5 years? Like, what are your plans since retirement over the next 5 years?
So the club's been really, really good. I'm working with them now. Probably I've got something for the next 18 months. It's community development. It's in welfare, and I'm doing a little bit of stuff like not so much recruitment, but in terms of like the SG Ball, Harold Maddies in the 20s, with the strength conditioning type things. And I'll also go to, like I was out at Orange the other day doing with some contracted players, just some testing and putting them through some drills and making sure they're up to scratch, because those kids don't have the access. So if they come up to the system, they're ready to go.
Yep.
And so I'm really enjoying that. Obviously, I'm trying to do a little bit more, and then I'll see what I'm really passionate about. And I've also got a job with the NRL as a mental health state of mind ambassador. And that's just sort of what I've been talking about, getting out there, educating, breaking down stigma, and promoting health-seeking strategies. That's what I'm doing with the NRL. And they're doing some great things in terms of mental health with the game and throughout the community. So I'm really pumped to be a part of that, and hopefully that eventuates into something more in the future. And also with the Dragons, I really want to stay involved with them. I've given my life to them, and that's they're my two new goals, either to try and get a job with the NRL and the Dragons full time after this, and obviously still doing all my stuff on the side.
And Dragons are a club that kind of is they're become like they're entering a new era, essentially. You went through a patch without Wayne Bennett, but now you guys are back in the top 8. You've got some really, really good young guys coming through, so it would be good to be part of that as well.
It is, yeah. And with what Mary's breeding there, it's sort of similar to Wayne. It's a whole culture shift. It's not just about first grade, and the club's definitely going places. They've got the right people in the right positions, and the work that they put in. Like, I drove past there last night at 6:30, and Mary was still there.
Oh wow!
So
I played under Mary. He's a good.
And I just went, he's still there. I'm like, come on, man, you got to get home.
This is from
at least he's shaves his head, because then he's not bald or grey. Because mate, I couldn't be a first grade coach.
This is from Savvy75, and he said there was a rumor that you and Wendell Saylor had a fight and that you won. Is this true?
Okay. Yeah, the rumor is true. I actually
Walk us through it. What happened?
I actually don't talk about this much. I don't know. I just never really spoke about it.
Was it a joke? Was it jet? What happened? Was it just
no? It was a bit of beef. After a game on the bus, there was a bit of banter and whatnot happened. And anyway, we're at training that week, and the two of the boys, Jeremy Smith and Dino Young, threw the gloves in the middle, and they're like, "You boys need to sort this out." And I was 22 years old. Wendell, obviously,
massive, huge.
Yeah, and Wendell's Wendell. Everyone looks up to him and stuff like that. And I looked over at Wayne like you look at your dad like, are you serious? Like you can't let this happen.
Yeah.
And he goes, nah, sort it out. And I was like, okay. And there was these big gloves, the big, I don't know how big they were.
16-ounce ones or bigger than that?
No, a bit bigger.
I'll do a bit of boxing on the side.
And and I was just like, righto. So, because I've had a few fights in my life.
But you've never really trained to fight or anything, though.
No, but like as a kid, you grow up, you've had a few fights, and I'm not scared of fighting.
Yeah.
And
you're scared of me, but yeah, sweet.
Anyway, won't go off topic of that. He was like, I was putting headgear on, and they go, "Do you want headgear?" And he goes, "No, I don't need headgear. I'm going to knock this bloke out."
Oh, so he's trying to get in your head already.
And I was just like, and we had like the whole squad. There was like 20 of us around, 25. And anyway, so we went in 2 1-minute rounds, touched gloves, and I just went in early, just covered up a bit, just felt it a bit. And then like he threw one and just dropped his hands, so I just like sort of threw a jab and then just my left, and it sort of hit him. And you know when you hit someone, you just
I've never actually hit anyone, but
and I was just like, that's hitting. So then I just went again, and then he was on the ground, rolling back, and he said he was knocked out.
Really? Like
the boys are just going nuts. Like, and I was just like, it was like skids.
Far out.
And mate, I was pumped. I was like, yeah.
You're like, oh, anyone else want something?
Nah. And it was. Yeah, and he didn't talk much for 2 weeks after that.
Really? Everything sweet after that? Like, is he?
Oh yeah, I don't say anything about it because it burns him, and the boys carry on. Del will get Bubsy to knock it out again. But no, it was a bit of a banner, and
bit of a G up that went too far, but it sorted things though.
Well, the lessons learned, like just don't.
Don't roll the bubby.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good story, man. Far out.
So I actually made up a little trophy and gave it to myself.
All right, we've got a few more here. Why do you look like Vin Diesel, even though you don't? That's from Volvio Gold.
Well, obviously it's a bit of a G up. No, I'm a big fan of Fast and Furious, and I've always been a fan of me cars. And Bowie used to crush me about it. Like, you're a big fat Vin Diesel. But yeah, it's because I just love me cars, love Fast and Furious, and it gets under people's skin. So,
okay, so from Super Cronk, how mentally draining is it to be up for each game each week?
Mate, that's an outstanding question. I guess how we spoke about sort of my journey, the mental illness stuff and things like that, and about what I'd miss about playing. But to be honest with you, the actual playing I was very ritualistic and had to do things a certain way and do certain things before the game, and it was real big just mind, like I went FUCK. Yep. And I actually think I'm happier now that I'm not playing and going through that week to week. And then obviously coming in and doing video, and just getting your asshole torn a new one and things like that. I just think that is the draining part, and that's the part where people don't see. They just think we go to train and have a coffee, and she's all good. But imagine every aspect of your life, other than when you're at home, but is judged, is videoed, is...
Well, even when you're at home, what you eat, coming back at a certain weight, and everything.
And I still do it to myself now. I'm like, I can't eat that piece of bread. But then I'll go, hold on, I'm retired. I can do whatever I want. Next minute, I'll put on 4 kilos going, fuck, I'm going to go back to eating fresh air.
Okay, last question. Minto Maranta. What changes would you make to New South Wales Origin team for next year's game 1?
I don't know. I've never played Origin, so I'm not one to question on it. I think what Ricky Stewart was breeding was like very, very good, and I think Laurie's continued with that. We just need to when you just a precinct, you put it in, that's what it is. And then you just do it. You can't chop and change your halves. That kills us. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And guys like Joel Thompson. I know I play with him, but that mentality that he plays with, that's what Origin You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So guys like him.
He was on the cuff, wasn't he? He was close.
And you got Gow, like guys like that just keep doing stuff like that. But we got the forwards, we got Aaron Woods, we got Tarmow, we got Clemmer, we like all these guys. Like we just got to get a set of halves, stick to them.
Yeah.
And mate,
give them some confidence because now the halves, like now after dropping Reynolds, you know, like no half can be safe. Like no half is safe. Like I know he was playing.
Why would you
terrible.
want to be a half for New South Wales?
Like I know he was playing pretty bad, but just stick with him. Like there were years. I'm pretty sure there were years where Cronk and Thurston weren't playing as well for their club.
Yeah.
And obviously, you know, now they're household names. But at the start of their Origin career, they were household names, but they weren't as cemented. People forget they weren't as cemented at the start, and Mel stuck with them.
Yeah.
And kept, even though there were young guys that were like when Cherry Evans was probably playing better footy than I think it was Cronk maybe 2 or 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and he stuck with Cronk even though there was all this media pressure to go with Cherry Evans, and I mean it did wonders. They won, you know. Yeah. So yeah, I think that they need to just like have a precedent and stick to it. Like we're going to be loyal to you guys, and we're going to be confident.
That's what I think the biggest thing is, because you know if you're playing shit at club, but you know you're going to be playing Origin. You don't carry that baggage with you walking into the game.
Yeah.
Like Joey Johns didn't play, and he come back out in 2004 and won him the game, won him the series.
Yeah,
and he hadn't played and was playing not that good.
And a guy like Pearce can never be confident in Origin because he's been dropped so many times.
And
like so, how
Mitch
is he supposed
is a gun?
Like he is a gun, but like I just feel he on the Origin level he has no confidence due to the fact that he has been
but that's
dropped
the media's
and screwed around and smashed in the mid. The New South Wales should have put a media ban on him from the get-go, essentially, when it came to, like, when he got called back into the squad a few years ago. They should have media banned it, and just all the hype, all the bullshit just needed to go, I reckon. And, yeah, well, that's my opinion.
But I don't know. I feel like a little kid at Origin time.
Yeah,
like,
it's so
you
good,
have your little barbecue pizzas and that, and you just fire up around the lounge, watch the game. Like, it's...
Yeah, it's mad.
That's, like, Origin's such a... It's unbelievable.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, man. This is 2-part special. It's been for ages. I'm going to release this in two parts, but this has been brought to you by All-Star Clinics, Rugby League Clinics. Go to
All-Stars Rugby League Academy.
All-Star Rugby League Academy. Make sure you go to that. Search it up. It's great for the kids. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thank you for coming on, bro. I really appreciate it.
Cheers, guys.
Probably see you again soon.
Week to speak. Good to see you.